Why the heck is it taking you so long?
This is a famous question that came from a young girl when I was a young boy, the age of 14. And what am I talking about? It was the time when I was first meeting a girl and we were just getting to know each other. There was a community dance every Saturday night, and my brother introduced me to her. And week after week, we were able to talk and then eventually get her phone number and eventually call her and eventually enjoy communicating with her. And eventually she said to me that she wanted to ask me a question. And I had no idea what she was talking about. And she asked if she could be frank. And I thought that probably that was the end. That was the end. And that's the thing. So it appears that I have a high degree of negative emotion because that was my original reaction to when somebody wanted to ask me a serious question. And her question was,
Why the heck haven't you asked me out yet?
hello and welcome to Promenade Française, the place where the yellow flowers are dropping petal by petal. Maybe there is love in France for you. There's some person that's waiting for you to learn the language of French so that you can have a wonderful relationship. And you have to get through these first few steps of French. Really, it seems to be a challenge. I don't know why it's taking so long. Why is it taking so long? Anyways, if you're starting out French and this is a new journey for you and you're just running into my channel and you're just thinking that this guy is so crazy and it's going to take him a million years to learn French because it's just not happening. Okay, but this isn't really about me. It's also about you. So why the heck is it taking you so long? That's another question. I would say that in general, a French sentence or any sentence in any language, it comprises of three parts. We have a subject. A subject, it's the person who's doing the action. Let's give us some examples. So like I can say, I am swimming. I am doing the action. I am swimming. Then we have this other thing, which is the object. When you have two different things, the verb is talking about the relationship between the two things. I see you. I give you. I hear you. We're talking about a verb that is expressing a relationship between the two parts. Click the Linktree link above, click on
All French teachers are wrong.
and it's going to give you the very first lesson for you to learn the verb être. And it uses the singular, plural, masculine, and feminine nouns or adjectives in a very, very simple sentence. It's just, I am nice. You are cute. He is beautiful. She is handsome. Or the other way around. So it's only a subject, a verb, and then we're using an adjective. And you can also use a noun in that place. He is a boy. She is a girl. They are. So, I mean, gender is such a weird issue right now in North America. So I don't really know the intricacies of how you would use French to describe people who are exploring their creativity when it comes to expressing gender. And I don't really understand the issue, so I'll just stop there. I think maybe the next step to take, I thought in the last video that maybe the next step to take was like I shave myself or I wash myself, and explaining this kind of a complicated verb, which has just it's actually similar to what we're talking about right now. So we're talking about I am tall, you are short, he is kind, she is funny. And we're just only using the subject and a verb, and then we're using adjectives to describe the subject. We could logically move to the next step saying that, like, I shave myself or I wash. Some verbs are reflexive, and in English, we don't have to say I wash myself or I shave myself. We can just say I am shaving, I am taking a shower. But in other languages, they have these reflexive verbs. I think maybe rather than jumping into the reflexive verb right now, we can just stay with the simplicity of personal pronouns and just express that we have personal pronouns in two positions. We have a personal pronoun in the subject position. So the personal pronoun, that's when you replace the, like, my name, Blaine, is with like I or he or she or they. I, he, they. That's called a personal pronoun. And in English, if we put the personal pronoun in the object position, so I see you. Now the you is the object. It's the thing which I'm seeing. I'm the subject. I see you, the object. And in English, we change some of those, like the personal pronoun in the object position and in the subject position are different. For example, I gave her a book. He gave him a book. You gave us a book. We gave you. Okay, so it sounds like you actually doesn't change. I gave you and you gave me. In this case, you can see how I give you. So the you is in the object position, it's you. And then you gave me. Suddenly the you, it's still you in the subject position. But I in the subject position is I. And I in the object position is me. In Chinese, it doesn't ever change. In Chinese, 我给他，他给我，我们给他们，他们给我们. So it's like, it's always the same. The subject position and the object position, it doesn't change. The personal pronouns are always the same. In Russian, it's insane. Like, they have different personal pronouns in the object position depending on something called cases. It just depends on the type of verb that you're using. And it depends on the situation that is being presented in the sentence. They have like a whole bunch of different classes of object personal pronouns. It seems like in French that they have very specific object personal pronouns. I think it's very similar to English. So, for example, I is je in the subject position. And in the object position, it seems like it's like ma or ma or ma ma mi 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 ma. And on, no, that's Russian. French. How do you say he and she? Il and elle. Somehow it turns into a t. But then vous and nous, they stay the same. Anyways, I'm going to create an exercise. We're going to figure out these personal pronouns in the object position. Also, we're going to figure out how to, I don't know, I'm going to create some kind of chart so that we can start to make a little more progress. I feel like it's time to push forward and really start to make some progress with French. It's been nice to go slow, but somehow we got to speed up a little bit.